We are back to the warehouse for a ball in play. I really miss this sport. Let's talk bip, 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 bip. Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, the podcast about blitzball and boys, but lately about ball in play. I am your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey, I forgot how well ball and play rhymes with Peter, your fucking stupid name.
Ball and Peter Del Rey.
Yeah. I know I got some mean.
In high school, actually. But this is exciting. We got 4 extra overs of balls that are in play.
That's cool.
So, that's 6, 12, 18, 24 more pitches.
Oh my god.
Per team. Holy moly, guys.
Holy moly. Getting into the numbers right away, baby.
Holy molies. Yeah. It was fun. But a whole bunch of rule changes that made the scores around what we'd normally expect, I guess.
Yeah, we saw some of these changes in the Captain's League, right? As far as like the bonus wall, and you have the 4s and the 2s instead of the 4s and 6s. They added the 6s in funny little spots that make the back wall kind of look like a skee ball machine sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
How do you watch these games?
Television.
Do you watch on your TV?
Yeah, I do.
Is it a lot clearer to you when the bonus wall gets put into play? Because I famously watch on my phone, and whenever they were like, there's a hit to that side wall, I could never tell if it was
pretty
a bonus
easy,
ball
like,
or not.
to a point where, as a viewer live time, there's that one ball that they thought missed the bonus wall, and in my head I was like, why the fuck isn't that too? So I was able to see it kind of straight away. Yeah.
So it just must be like a size of my screen thing.
The only thing that was hard to see was actually the 2 Sixers were difficult to see, but I think those just hit those little
the Philadelphia
the
Sixers.
That's right.
That's right.
This is crazy. I don't know what this is. I just took a shower today, and this is for the YouTube. One giant piece of hair is like out of control.
You just took a shower today, as opposed to most days.
Well, I usually take in the morning. I took a later shower because I was whacking the ball, playing the volleyball. So I have to say, whacking the ball, man. Yeah, bump sit spike.
Kristen and I played Switch Sports recently.
Oh man,
because she had never played it.
The soccer one is by far
poetic.
The best.
She was waxing poetic about Wii Sports and all that.
Yeah,
and I was like, Kristen, did you know they made a sequel? And she said no. And we played it like for 5 hours last week. Kristen's shoulder still hurts because of the volleyball. Because of all the spikes. Yeah. But it is a lot of fun. I forgot how fun that game is when you're playing in person. When you're playing online, not as much.
Yeah. Sometimes I get pissed off when like the motion controls don't exactly work. And I'm like, I fucking got that one, but whatever.
Hey,
also, there's no baseball on that one, which pisses me off. I thought that would actually be an addition.
There's baseball
in Wii Sports.
In Wii Sports, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, yes. Yes, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Brendan, how about you burn it before we get way off topic?
Okay.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, shit. That's the wrong button!
Back to Undertale!
Wait, where is that fucking burn button?
That was Zoe's theme song.
Oh, you know what? I might have gotten rid of it.
Massive Undertale fan. You got rid of the burn button?
I guess so.
That's
what a disaster.
Okay, fuck it.
Right,
do it to hopes and dreams then.
Here we go.
This
is a weird vibe. We Got Ice takes on baggage as all the American viewers try to remember how this sport works. Aside from Drake remembering that he loves huge cans, We Got Ice keeps baggage offense relatively quiet. The baggage bowlers look to do the same, but that Dilla is a killer. This is so weird.
Wait for it.
Here we go. The cricketer helps We Got Ice get a 10-run lead. Baggage sees a big inning, and Jake is doing some damage with his little pole right up until he gets magic hold. Like an old wealthy man, We Got Ice is chasing 25. It looks very doable until Baggage gets their second wicket and only gets the second over. Like my cute little butt, We Got Ice is feeling squeezed. But they get a bonus wall too in over number 4 to complete the chase. We Got Ice wins 62-61 final. Wow, I should have just waited till the second half.
Yeah, it really wasn't good until it started to kick in.
I was like, it was really fucking with my brain.
Not the burn. The burn was good, but like it really it didn't fit. And then the
here we fucking go.
It did sound like you said Drake loves huge cans, which is a plus, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe not true.
Now he's gonna diss us in a song.
We start Drake beef here on the pod.
I don't like big cans.
Wait, does that mean we're
I
going to do
like
Super Bowl
itty
next
bitty
year?
titties. We're in it.
Oh, my God. We are the
Oh
performance.
fuck.
Oh,
We're not good.
fuck.
We're not good enough. Good job, Brendan. Congratulations on your successes, I guess.
I guess we have to keep that for the rest of the season.
Honestly, it wouldn't be awful. I just got.
I might
guess
skip
I'll
to the second
remind
half,
you.
though, in the future.
Well, I'll just remind you to put the burn music back on. We don't need hopes and dreams anymore.
Well, that's what I mean. We'll keep this. This is our new ball and play theme song.
Could you imagine? That would be pretty fucking. Stop it.
Stop it.
So we're back to ball and play. New rules had me thinking that we were going to get to see lower scores, but I guess the addition of the fourth over
Right.
per inning really mitigated that.
You look really. Mine looks a little stupid. Yours looks like a whole different guy. You're a whole different guy. I've never seen that man before in my life.
Then go to the YouTube, everybody, to watch this train wreck in HD. We kind of Jimmy talked about it, about how they wanted 30, which is, I guess, kind of what you'd expect for Ball and Play 2, Ball and Play 1, and all the other previous iterations
Right.
of Ball and
You'll
Play.
have some other blow-up innings where it
absence.
gets crazy and they get a 50 here and there, but usually 30 is solid.
I thought that was interesting, that because who was Jimmy talking to at the end of the first inning for Baggage's striking inning, where he was like, "Hey, I wanted to get to 30."
Colluding, obviously.
That's for later in the show.
Yeah.
He said something to somebody. I think it might have been Jake, who was disappointed with how it ended, and Jimmy was like, "No, we wanted 30, we got 26. This is right where we want to be."
Mm-hmm.
I
think they're
really
hoping to be a more defensive team that game. Spoiler alert: they could have been missed a big opportunity later on.
Yeah, well, both teams did kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
Baggage got warehoused. Baggage got warehoused for sure.
Yeah.
During this game, which is pretty funny. I think what you were really looking for is for everybody to get back into the swing of things offensively.
Absolutely.
Bowling, both teams, I would say, did pretty well. I don't think, really nobody got to the point where they were averaging 10 runs per over bowled on either side. These are two pretty good bowling teams.
Yeah.
Because you see nobody allowed over 30
and
runs.
The new walls and that stuff will
Right.
skew the numbers a little bit. We were pretty commonly seeing
So I
10
wonder.
plus runs per
I
bowl.
wonder.
Over.
Stats per bowlers. The Ball and Play 2 stats per bowlers. Runs allowed per what? What is this? Runs conceded per overs bowled. You'd see last year it looked like this average was something like
1 million.
My guess is 15.
You think we're seeing single digits last year?
15.
We're like, that's a fucking good dude.
15.35 is the average here.
Okay.
So with this, with the new rules and the extra over added and all this, so you're going to see people going more into 3 overs bowled and things like that. My guess is the new average is going to be somewhere around 8. Does that sound fair? Does that sound fair, right?
Sounds fair.
And right now, let's see. Small sample size, but we nailed it. 7.88 is the current average.
Okay.
So if
We're a smart
everything
couple of young
remains
men.
constant, this is very interesting. We're seeing low run overs, which kind of makes for a more exciting game, I think.
They're low run overs and there's still scoring happening at the same time with it. I think is what they've been trying to do and cultivate in this warehouse, where it's a run prevention game.
Right.
But stuff is happening every time, even if it's just a 1. There's movement on the court, the field, the place. I don't know what to call it.
The warehouse.
Warehouse. Good. But yeah,
The floor.
there's stuff happening on the floor.
Big,
the
big,
walls,
big,
the
big,
ceiling.
big, 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 big. Elliot.
Smell it. Ooh.
Eric. I think we'll get it going eventually.
Where's Elliot?
With the stick.
Just
I've
a
been
different
watching.
name.
I've been watching Leverage, and one of the characters' names is Elliot. So
Sure.
I think that's where I see the E, and I'm like, oh, it's obviously Elliot. Um, I think the big thing here is that it's game one. Rust is going to happen with the bat. You saw
Reagan Rust.
Jake kind of. That's floorball. Stay tuned, guys. Jake kind of got off to right away to good batsmaning, striking.
We'll get there. It's gonna be tough to me to change all these words around.
Aaron took a little bit to get there. Jimmy, I think you're going to see Jimmy's whole game previously was the switch guy, where he would get up, he'd stay alive, but he'd get like his one run just to get the power guy back at the plate. Sure.
Yeah, he knows he's not that guy.
And then Elliot, who won't get a name until he scores a run. Elliot got ducked. He got ducked, which is huge for this pod.
The few different ducks. That is huge.
It's huge for this pod.
But now it's bad, where it used to be good.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. Well.
What are the levels of duck? There's like a golden duck or like a big fat duck.
Oh.
There's a few of them. I wasn't sure if you remembered them. Well, I guess we'll
come
across
Nate,
them, hopefully.
Nate, if you're listening to this, can you text us and tell us what the different kinds of ducks are?
Yeah.
We're a duck pod.
Is there a goose?
Now.
Maybe a golden goose?
We're a duck pod now. I don't know if you listen to...
Not a goose pod. I hate geese. They're so annoying.
Brendan hates geese. We're very big on ducks.
Yeah.
But he gets a duck. He gets ducked, which means he gets no runs, no hits, all that shit. Is a golden duck one ball, one wicket?
Maybe.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because Lou got golden ducked, I think, last tournament.
I think maybe like a super duper goose is like when they just boo you out of the warehouse without even going up.
Yeah. Boo.
That's what hiss.
So I was very interested to see how We Got Ice was going to go, because I was like, is Baggage's first 4 overs going to be typical for the strikers, or is it
atypical? Did
they not do a good job, or what? And I think by the end of this tournament, we're going to see that this first game by Baggage is average to slightly below average for a half inning. And I think that only because it was like their first time. We Got Ice gets up to bat. They score 36, which is 10 more than Baggage. Puts Baggage in the hole.
We had just seen like a 26 or so, like the 36 set, like, whoa, they're scoring a ton. Especially because that first inning by Baggage was pretty slow until Jake got that big 6. Like, now that a sixer is a huge swing in an over, it's like, whoa, that's a lot.
It is. It's massive, and they got 2 of them in the game.
Yeah,
which is pretty fucking.
Yeah, without those kind of lucky falls, like they kind of lose more.
My favorite
easily.
6. This is a little bit further on, but my favorite 6 from this game was when Aaron hit it, and Jimmy goes, "Was that 6?" And Aaron goes, "No." that fucking cracked me up, because it's so clearly, like, at least to what I was watching, I was like, that definitely hit. That was definitely 6. And Jimmy goes, "Was that it?" He is, "No." Okay.
He's like, "No, we don't do this anymore." He doesn't realize.
So they get the 36 in this one, which is good, because Jack,
which is
I don't know if you thought the same.
If you're doing your times tables at home,
I think the big difference here was Jack and Dilla like got off to a hot start.
Yeah.
What is Jake J's last name?
Jake Johnston.
They kept saying it.
It's celebrity Jake Johnson.
I don't remember. Welcome, Nick from New Girl, everybody.
Golden Goose.
Zoe was also. I'm interested. Zoe was chasing the bonus wall. I think that's what he's going to do all season.
Yeah,
chase that bonus
I guess you'll
run.
start to see certain players do that. Because for those of you that watched the most recent Captain's League, that was all anyone was doing.
Yes.
So I thought that's going to be a much bigger part in this one. It seems like these teams aren't doing that anymore. Maybe it'll switch back to that, or certain players will like Zoe maybe are better at it and they'll try and use it more. I guess it also depends on like what the field is doing at the time too. We might be covering.
I think that's probably going to be more what it is. I think you're going to have, from what this game showed us, it looks like you're going to have 2 big swing guys, which in this game was Jack and Dilla and Jake and Aaron. You're going to have a mover, would seem to be the other Jake, the We Got Ice Jake, and Jimmy. And then you're going to have the the bonus ball guy, which seemed to be Zoe.
I mean, this is sort of a decent time to talk about this because we can't really remember who Elliot is or Jake ? Is. Maybe for anyone out there listening that is involved in warehouse games, give us maybe a little bit better instructions of the new players, like you did for whatever that floorball was. You like gave us awesome intros for these people.
Yeah,
I love those. Those
I mean,
really cool.
that was
I don't
big
have
thing.
any idea who these guys are.
Brendy and I kind of talked about it with Keith last time, where we were just like, "Who is this guy?" I have no idea who Jake on We Got Ice is. I have no idea who Elliot. See, I have no idea who Eric is. Sorry, Eric.
We're definitely going to keep calling him Elliot now.
Score a run. I don't know who Dan Jads is. I don't know who Liam is.
And we're excited to learn about them and meet them. But
totally
a little hype video for each one of them would have been a great way for us to learn about them before this tournament starts.
Ryan on McFlurry Power. Is that
Cohen.
Ryan Cohen?
Could be.
Not sure. But some introductions would be very much appreciated.
Yeah. Just clearer rosters for us, and just so the whole point of this warehouse for us is like getting attached to these characters that are in the warehouse. Right. So that would be a big help.
Yeah, it's nice to know like who we're cheering for.
Yeah.
Beyond that, We Got Ice seemed to like have no rust at all. Reagan Rust, as you said. It seemed as though the bowling was great in this game. And I don't know if that's because
like a crazy amount of no balls.
I don't know if that's because the bats, because even on the hits, there was a lot of dots on hits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because these teams don't have great communication, so they didn't know when to run. Like we saw a couple times where there was like bad communication that resulted in runouts or near runouts.
Right.
I'm interested to see if the bowling is going to if like this first game is because people don't remember how to hit properly or what.
Mm-hmm.
36 is pretty good for a full inning. Excuse me. Jake caught one off the ceiling. Big fart. Zoe, would like to see a little more out of him. I don't like this like cheesy, like if it's his lane and that's like his role is, hey, go for two. But like not boundary two, because like, okay, so here's the thing, right? Exactly. We just got off an interview with him where we were talking about how he could have sneaky been like runner up wall breaker in BB6. Like he has the contact ability.
Right.
And if you're just going for this side wall thing, if you're going for two anyways, why not just try and fucking smash the back wall?
The way that you know how to do pretty well. And like, so let's know, like maybe he's just not as confident with slow pitch, because it is like a different arc. It's harder to time up if it's not what you're used to. So he might just be less confident with the spongy milk-filled ball.
Right. They moved the mound back so there could be more spin on the ball, more like movement.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I think if I was Zoe, I would maybe even feel most confident with like a curveball, because it's got an easier shape to lift, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Jimmy posted a whole article on the rules. Go read that if you can. That was one of them. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. I'll try and sprinkle them in when I
Peter, I think you mentioned potentially another good opportunity for a video, because no one likes to read.
Yes. Nobody likes to read, especially Brendan.
Can't read.
I love to read, actually. But I do think that another like probably might should have been a video, but whatever. I understand the bandwidth issues here. Second inning, 26-36, 10-run lead, not astronomical. You could definitely come back.
You can cut it in more than half with a big fat can. This is a new spin on the usual Banjo-Kazooie.
It'll come. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie. It's not even Banjo-Kazooie speak that what I do. It's just gibberish.
Oh, okay.
It
feels still rare developers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Rare was great. Baggage had a huge second inning.
Good fucking answer, right? Good answer.
Yeah, good fucking asshole.
Good fucking asshole on those guys.
Good fucking asshole. Getting 35 runs in the second inning, which is pretty good, showing what they can do. Everybody started to hit a little bit. Jake kind of took over.
Because it shows you like, all right, we got ice. It's not going to be easy when you come back up there. It's not going to be like a quick little 15-run chase.
Jake got Magic hold, first of the season, which is pretty fucking
It's
huge.
always such a big
Congratulations.
Always such a big, like, hard momentum stop when like Jake's starting to rake. Nice rhyme. And like just kidding, put it in your hole. Just stinks.
Wow.
Just stinks.
Wow. And the whole stinks.
Oh, you.
You. Gross. Wow. You're welcome.
Yeast infection.
Then they don't get a full second half inning because they get Jimmy gets warehoused. We talked about this earlier. Jimmy gets warehoused because he hits the ball and it's coming down kind of, difficult coming down from the ceiling, hits the flag, loses all momentum, slowly rolls off the wall into, I believe, Jack's hands.
Yeah.
And that ends the half inning. They have one ball remaining.
Right. It wasn't like the biggest. They would have liked more than no runs at that point, but like with only one ball remaining, it doesn't feel like a huge gut punch to miss out on just that little bit.
I think the big thing, and we'll talk about this in a little as we go over the bottom of the
tomorrow.
Second. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
We're doing this now? Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So we were talking about it tomorrow, Brendan. I was waiting.
You took me by surprise. Usually I can tell when they're coming.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. As you'll see, chasing has always been talked about as something that's difficult, right? In the warehouse, in ball and play.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw in the first inning, Baggage gets 26 runs. We Got Ice is at a 25-run deficit. It's absolutely possible for them to not make that up, right?
Yeah.
And we saw, I want to say it was the third over of this second, like the bottom like
second.
They scored 2 runs.
Yeah, and that was after they had already 2 wickets on them, so that they're really feeling the pressure now.
Right. So not only do you have this pressure of, hey, we still need to make up like 7 runs or whatever it was at that point of the game. Is that right? No, 4. I have no idea. At that point of the game,
a small amount.
No idea. But it was a small amount of runs. But you go up there and you get 5 dot balls in a row. One because Baggage had an extra player, because somebody in the warehouse
Here
we'll
it
talk about
is.
Later is trying to rig the tournament for Baggage to win.
It's like, oh shit, Jake missed that stupid throw. Got to help him some other way.
That's another thing we're going to talk about, but later, because that was a theme throughout the entire game, not any specific point. You see this third over of the bottom of the second, kind of the issue with chasing, because when you have all this pressure, especially when you have 2 wickets and you don't want to get run out.
You start to play a little careful because you kind of have to. If you play reckless, that third wicket's coming your way.
Arguably too safe. And like, yes, okay, We Got Ice did win this game by 1 on the second ball in the final over.
Of course, you want to play a little safe because you don't have to rush right now. You have some time. It's only over 3. You have the entire 4th over waiting for you just in case, and you're already pretty close. So I understand the way they did play. They probably could have won it quicker. I wonder if it is like a mindset thing. If you're just like, if you pretend like you don't have 2 wickets and you just swing away. I wonder if you could just kind of like let that go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Don't think about it and just play like normal.
Don't even do a little think about it.
Don't even do a little think about it.
Fucking goddamn it. Sorry. Soccer.
Just keep stubbing his toe.
Keep stubbing my toe. So yes, there's still 4 balls left. They had tons of time, but we saw in the third over, like, this is no slouch. It's not like a newbie to the warehouse is up. It's not like Eric or Elliot, as some call him, or
2 people.
We Got Ice's Jake is up, and it's like, oh, they don't know what the warehouse is like. They don't know what this pressure is like. This is Dilla who's up and gets 5 dot balls in a row.
Yeah. That's the beauty of this sport in ball and play. Is like, even though We Got Ice's worm is way ahead of the pace of the other team's worm, it doesn't mean that they're going to win so handedly. There's the wicket factor.
The wicked factor.
That's the wicked factor.
That's the wicked factor. Dilla gets 5 dots in a row. One is because Jimmy makes an awesome play where he just fucking... I told Brendan before this isn't getting play of the game. It should get play of the game. Or defensive play of the game.
But it's not.
It's not going to get it. Because if Baggage won, Absolutely. Jimmy bowls to Dilla. Dilla smashes it up the middle, and Jimmy's able to get his hand just up here,
Yeah.
and you see it hit him in his hand, kill the momentum.
You see that sense of urgency he's got there. He's like, oh, this
Eric
is big.
or Elliot in some circles is able
One
to.
circle.
I couldn't really tell. It was either him or Jimmy like run and jumped on top of him. They killed the momentum of the ball.
I think
Nobody
Eric was
ran,
ready for it just in
got ball.
case, but I think Jimmy landed sort of on him.
Very funny.
Yeah.
That's called Jimmy doesn't trust his teammates.
Oh, yikes.
That's what that's called. But then eventually Aaron is up to bowl. Jake protects the bonus wall, and We Got Ice like almost ran themselves out because they got a little antsy. Didn't, because the ball got thrown away. The ball also got thrown away earlier in the over. Like Baggage definitely could have won this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say a question for you. When exactly are we gonna talk about Jake's thing? Because is there an award for just like worst play of the game or something? Like what is it for?
I was going to talk about it like when we were done with the full, because it was everything, right? Like Zoe did it as well. Jack did
just
it
like
as well.
An overall encompassing. Yeah, we're all learning here.
It's kind of like, and you know what? It's fine now because we can be done talking about everything. The pressure for fielding seems to be higher than ever because they're putting this increased emphasis on the run in this tournament, which I'm all for. I love it. I love the
creates
added...
more chaos, creates more throwing around like we're seeing. So they heard that twice because that is exactly what I sound like.
That is exactly what you sound like. It creates more chaos, which I think is what you were trying to say. But I think
I wish I could speak English.
I think you said cask, which was what made
beer's always in the mind, baby.
creates more cask. It creates more chaos, creates more running. You see it now. They also, another rule, they replaced the 3 bailed wicket to just 1 on the bowling side.
One rectangle with a little knobby.
Watch it. Watch it. Okay?
I'm watching.
Ooh. You're under arrest. I don't have a siren. Do you get this?
Hell yeah.
I saw it too late. You're seeing these guys, because there's an increased run, because there's first game of the season jitters, and, you know, Eric, Jake, Dilla, Aaron, they're playing with guys who they don't normally play with, so the communication isn't really there.
Yep.
Who was it that almost got run out? I think it was Jake and Eric almost got run out at one point because Jake hit the ball and he was like watching to see if it was a boundary.
Like, I was like, damn, Jake can move.
He barely got there. You'll see this stuff.
And Jack said a quick mention about that. Jack said he should have just tossed it. Yep. I guess he caught it and like whacked it. But I'm kind of like, that bail is very difficult to hit, it looks like, because it's kind of skinny in comparison, especially to the strike zone. I'm all for
the strike zone we saw was like Jake throwing it at the strike zone
from a certain angle. It's
massively.
very thin. You got to be kind of straight on for it to be big for you. But that one bail, people are throwing at that thing from like across the field. And you should like pass that thing, honestly, unless someone whack it for you, because it seems the only person I've really seen do that really well from the wicketkeeper spot. Luke, of course, can like throw at it like a catcher, throwing somebody out. He's nuts.
I'm interested to see if he can this time with it being smaller. I'm pretty sure he used to hit it pretty dead on.
Yeah.
But the throws have been an issue. Thank goodness they took away the, like, if you throw it at the bail and it hits the wall, it's another 4 or another 2 in this scenario.
Exactly.
Because they were throwing the ball,
stop people from throwing it too much. I mean, you want people.
I would
to throw
say,
around.
From memory, I'm not 100% certain, but from memory, maybe 7 total runs, 8 total runs were scored off of them, like throwing the ball and missing the bails.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say? I know in the first, I'm looking at it right now, Jake's first at bat, he hit one to Jack, who went to throw it, and he missed the bail.
It's never really as much as you think. It's only ever like
2-run
score maximum.
Right. But it is exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah.
But I wonder if we're going to see more throws later on, less throws.
We're definitely going to see some like awesome throws for outs in the future. I'm excited for that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Dan Rourke for sure is going to.
We're going to kill somebody.
Absolutely.
Did I tell you that when I
Absolutely
used to
going
play running bases at camp when I was a counselor? We would play in the way that there was like 3 bases and fucking like 60 kids. And you would just like slowly chip away at the masses of them. And what I like to do is you play with a little, we called them PG5s was the size of them. It was almost like a softball size. And I would always aim for under kids' feet so they would step on the ball and slip.
You're a brat.
Yeah, it was really fun. The ones especially I didn't like, I'm like, you motherfucker, I'm getting you. Either headshots or under the feet for the kids, like 8-year-olds. It's fun. I want to go back to being a camp counselor.
Yeah, I want to go beat up.
I want to go back.
Great opening game, I think. Really sets. I think these were the 2 perfect teams to set the tone for what Ball and Play 3 is going to be. Because you have essentially the 4 guys in Jimmy, Jake, Zoe, and Jack who understand the rules to these, made up sports better than anybody else. So it's kind of like a, hey guys, here's the new rules. Watch our teams do it. I can't wait to see how everybody else tries to take advantage of these rules to force changes in the future. You know what I mean?
The cricketers
That's a really pessimistic way
adapt to it.
Yeah, it's a really pessimistic way of saying it.
Yeah.
But I really like that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they took away the whole back wall thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you had to hit it over a certain height for it to count as runs.
Right.
Took that away. So I'm very interested to see how everything else goes on. But
I think Baggage is kind of happy how things went, even though they lost.
I really like Baggage.
I love Baggage. I think they had a great game.
Blow your nose.
If it wasn't for that period of time is over.
I think I really like.
I was stuffy, sure, maybe for a month and a half, but I am back, baby.
I'm here. Does anybody have any cottonelle?
Anyway, the game was great. I really enjoyed it. If it wasn't for Jack being a fucking beast and for Jake being a dumbass that missed that throw,
anyway,
they might have won.
I gotta go get my
I'm always watching the game through the Baggage lens.
You're a biased commentator.
Yeah,
we all know it.
Yeah,
and I'm here to get angry, and you're here to tell us your player of the game.
Player of the game. Player of the game is that guy I mentioned, Jack. It makes me laugh every time he mentions how when he uses the bat to run with, he runs like Jack Sparrow because
the splat.
He kind of reminds me of Jack Sparrow, and he's right.
Did you see what Nate texted us?
What did he say? It's like the show sucks.
For those of you who don't know, referee Nate Hayes talks to us.
Oh wow, here we go.
I would consider him a friend. He's a really good guy. I like him a lot. And we were texting him before this all happened, before we started recording. And his response, I said, we watched episode 1 in relation to our defensive play of the game, which is later that we're going to talk about. And he goes, also, how funny was it watching Jack get run out exactly like Jack Sparrow while saying he doesn't reach his bat out because it makes him run like Jack Sparrow? And I think that's exactly what you just said before
I read it.
Nate's text.
Putting the bat out, sure, it definitely emphasizes the fact that he does run like that. And for the record, if you haven't tried it, go home. And if you're not at home, you're listening to this out in the world, I don't know where you are.
I'm in the woods.
Go home and go run like Jack Sparrow. It's so fun. Just it is a blast to go run around like Jack Sparrow.
How does Jack Sparrow run?
I can't do it here, but it's just like he puts his arms out and kind of jiggles his shoulders.
Jack Sparrow.
I think I was doing player of the game. Player of the game, Jack, he got a bunch of hits. What does he have? He had a pretty good game bowling too. He pitches 3 overs. He scores with his bat, with his striking bat, they call it. He scores 29 runs on 14 balls. Which is great. Which I would say balls face per fucking.
You got it.
What is it? Runs per balls faced. Over 2 runs per balls faced.
Ooh.
That's very good. Good rate.
It is.
Love the rate.
It is, and it's even better when you see the breakdown of percent of total runs scored. If you look at Baggage, it's over 50% is Jake. Yeah. And him and Dilla pretty much are both the
He's
leaders.
a little over half. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sure, Dillo was a little bit better on the mound, a little more economical, but Jack had I guess if we're calling this one game, he's about at the average of the.
Well, let's even go back, Brendy. Let's even go back and say we've set a precedent at this point through Ball and Play 1, Ball and Play 2, that if it's between a warehouse player and a cricketer, we're almost never going to pick the cricketer.
Right.
Because they're professional.
And Dill's one of the ones we actually do know. Remember him.
But we do. He's been in all three.
Jack is good. He's having the warehouse cup season of a lifetime.
You think he wears a cup?
Play of the game.
Play the game.
It was an interesting play of the game that I had to choose from because I can't single out any individual play from We Got Ice that had them win the game. Right? I think it was very much a feeling out, like, how are we going to do type of game.
Sure.
So instead, I'm giving the play of the game to Jake's historic 6, the first 6 of this time around. Makes it even cooler, I think, that he hit the smaller target that was the
I really thought you were going to be double rude and be like, Jake's missed throw. I was like, oh my God, he's just having a mean
Jake
day.
sucks ass. I think that was it. I'll be 100% honest with you, Brendan. When they told us the rules for the 6s, the new 6 rule,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, nobody's getting a 6 from hitting the can. And obviously the first one that we see is him hitting the can to get it.
Yeah.
And then Aaron hits the logo later on.
Yeah, well, I wonder how much people are going to be aiming for that. If they're going to be aiming for 4s, if they're just going to, if they're a righty, just try and pull it into the corner. If the lefty, oh yeah. Also, when we see Aaron Jones is like a kind of a slap hitter to that side.
I wonder how this
the cricketers
one
can control the bat much better than baseball players. So
because
I wonder if people are aiming for it.
Did you listen to any of the post game at all?
No.
Okay. Zoe said that when he hits the ball, he puts like wicked spin on it. He didn't say wicked because he's from Boston. I said wicked.
He should have said
he said that he puts crazy spin on the ball every time he hits it. He thinks it's like a technique thing on his end, but he's not sure. I don't know if it's technique or if it's the specific kind of ball because Jimmy told us that eventually these balls will become like ovals.
It is definitely partially the ball.
I wonder how in control you are, even if it is slow pitch, to like directionally hit this thing.
Yeah, you might have to change your approach a little bit.
So I'm very interested, like, if you could be like, oh, I'm going to aim for that 6.
Eventually, probably.
How much does
if you
aiming
get good at
like?
it.
Well, yeah, until the ball gets more and more oblong.
Right.
Right.
That's a good word.
So I'm going to say the historic 6 hit it off the can, formerly the Mountain Dew can.
It will never happen again.
Currently the warehouse water can.
Warehouse water can.
Yeah, good job, Jake. Congratulations. No duck today, except for the one that Eric got.
Bad one.
And now, since it's ball and play, Brendan, our secret third award.
Secret third award.
The BBD Memorial Defensive Play of the Game.
Let me just
player of the game.
Cue the music.
BBD Memorial Defensive Player of the Game.
Recipes.
We've been alluding to it all episode. We told him about it before we started recording. But our defensive player of the game is Ref Nate, who's in here getting dot balls for Baggage, trying to rig the tournament for Baggage to win.
You came up short this time, buddy.
We won't stand for it, but we will give him defensive player of the game.
Yes, and we do like your hair.
We love your hair,
We
Nate.
love your hair.
You're looking great.
You do look incredible.
You are not single.
You would be successful if you were trying to leave your wife, like Chris Rose is saying. But you don't need to because you love your wife.
You love your wife. You love your family. You're a great guy.
You're a great family man.
You are trying
Incredible
to rig
family
this
man.
tournament.
But you're a dog shit umpire.
And we're going to make sure everybody knows that you're trying to rig the tournament for Baggage because we're investigative journalists.
You're not getting this one by us, bud.
You're not getting this one by us, Nick. You better watch out.
Better watch it. Careful.
You better watch. Are you going to get one of the...
Be careful.
He's back.
Oh, no.
Randy, you better change it up. We're going to get him to talk about this, too. Drew?
It's changed. I'm back.
How do you feel that Ref Nate is rigging the whole tournament for Baggage?
Hey,
Baggage needs some help, you know.
Wow.
Hey,
We just go ahead.
I will say, it doesn't show, but during this ball and play, there were so many replays. It was agonizing.
Really?
It took so
Oh.
long. Each game took
Interesting.
so long.
Fun fact.
Everything.
Uh,
Everything.
got it.
Everything.
All right.
Bye, Drew.
Well-
Love you.
Thanks, Drew.
You heard it here first,
You heard it
folks.
here first.
Babe, the members of the warehouse have even said
I gotta keep
Nate
that
is telling
three-screener
Baggage they need everything.
ready because he could pop in at any time.
He pops in at any time.
That's a good fun fact, though.
Great fun fact. Nate is obviously
Should we-
rigging the tournament for
Now we
Baggage.
should call in Drew for one fun fact per episode every day.
I think we don't need to call him in.
That's
He'll
true.
just
All right. If he hasn't popped in yet, we can always text him.
Brendan,
Pop in.
do you agree that Nate is rigging the tournament for Baggage?
I mean, I don't think it's a question.
Do you
It's a
agree
fact.
that we will not let this slide?
No, I'll bring it up in games that doesn't even need to be applied.
Rhyme.
I just wrote a burn recently, so I'm rhyme-brained.
Brendan. Next game, we got McFlurry Power versus the Whack Attack. Normally, we would try to do some kind of prediction or some kind of what to watch for. I guess. What are you excited for this game? Because I don't know what to watch.
Mac versus Whack. That's exciting. We get a little bit more Colin before he gets sent off on his way.
Get it? Go.
I'm excited to see a sport where Pennick is much more in control. He's not just playing defense and trying to survive. He is much better at this one. We love a bowler Pennick, so that'll be exciting. A lot more squats. I want. What do you think? I'm going to give you an over/under. Over/under 2.5 squats.
Over.
Okay.
Well over.
So that line could be for squats and points then.
What?
A combination of squat and point.
Over.
Pennick
Way
point.
over.
Way over 2.5
Way
Pennick points?
Yeah. He's gonna get 8.
8 Pennick points. Oh my God. Okay. All right.
He's gonna bowl for 3 overs, Brendan.
Oh, it's a lot more than
probably.
usually, right? But the point's very special. I feel like the squats are going to happen more and more, but the point is like, I'm going to take the under on 2.5 Pennick points.
Okay, you're wrong.
The odds are with you. I'm taking a bigger risk here.
Yeah, the odds are definitely with me.
Okay.
Why? You're just doing this for content's sake?
No,
if I get this
I
wrong,
I
I'm
realized it
going to
was a
shave
bad
my
line,
back on stream.
and you'll get 3 hairs out of it.
And everybody
The back of
who
a
comes
seal.
will get 3 hairs.
Everybody in the world will get 3 hairs.
1, 2, 3. I'm interested to see what happens. Dalton and Pennick. Dalton obviously coming off winning the last ball in play is going to be very interesting because his whole team is different.
Yeah.
Hey, Brendy, who
what
are
the
the
fuck's
3? Who are the 3 returning players? Obviously, it's Aaron, it's Dilla, and then is Sanjay the one who won it with Dalton last
I remember
tournament?
him. Yeah. I saw him in the crowd.
The name sounds like I think he was either on this team or on Woogas.
He was on Woogas.
He was?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I remember liking him a lot.
Yeah, as a young kid, he had a cool way of bowling.
Played for the Unicorns. I remember liking him a lot and being like, this guy, stick. Hamad was on Love Is. I loved Hamad. I wish he came back, but that's all right. Obis too. I remember Obis. That's a shout out. But I'm interested to see how everybody's gonna do.
I'm not.
But Brendan, if you're not interested, Brendan, what should you be drinking?
If you're not interested in this program, drink subtlety. It's drink made by me. You can find it at subtlety.com. You'd code.
Oh.
You got in my head about that stuff, because I just got a big booger. That got
I
stuck
got a
back
big
there.
booger. Oh, guys,
You'd
I
code
need
happy
my-
boy.
Does anybody know where the lotion tissues are? My nose gets chafed.
You'd code Happy Boys for $2 off your order. You can find the Happy Boys wherever you get your podcast. You can watch it on YouTube. You watch this show as well on YouTube. There's so many. This is such a YouTubeable show now. We're just really catering to the YouTubers out there because you love us, we love you. Comment and let us know we have a lot of comments about what we think Warehouse Games did wrong. Let us know what we're doing wrong. Let us know how bad we suck and what we're doing wrong.
The early man.
We love to hear it. Let early man tell us we suck.
The early man. You better tell
Subscribe.
us we suck.
Subscribe. I want to get to fucking 200 subscribers by the end of this goddamn tournament. Or else you're gonna hear it.
No, you're gonna hear it. I'm gonna get my puffs and I'm gonna blow my nose and you're gonna hear it. Okay.
Puffs
This
Kid
was good. I'm gonna.
is cute.
What'd you say?
Puffs Kid's cute.
You
So,
always say this weird shit, Brendan.
I'm saying if you're making fun of me, you're making fun of a guy that's also cute.
Wrong.
I just said you need.
I don't
your
have a
puffs.
crush on the Puffs Kid.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. I said nothing. I said you need to blow your nose, and you go,
I think the puffs kid's actually pretty cute, and I don't think that people should be talking bad about him.
nobody's talking bad about it, Brendan. You're
Making
out here
fun of
talking
him.
about how children are cute. Bad. That's not a good joke. I'm joking. Brendan doesn't
I'm
actually
just
think
joking.
that.
I'm
just
joking. I'm joking.
Off the rails. We're really sorry about this one, guys.
It's okay. This is
It
the
u- it
time for off
usually
the rails.
takes us-
After the plugs are over. This is fine.
It usually takes us an episode to
So
get
late,
into
well,
the
this
swing
is
of
our
ball and
latest
play.
recording in a while.
Yeah.
Because I was doing what, Peter? Yeah. You know, I was doing. It was a big hit at the Memorial Day party this weekend. I was birdoing all the pong balls and getting them in the cups. People thought it was insane. It was like, this is old hat.
Don't you worry about this one.
Don't you worry. Just watch this. Game
There's
over.
a little old trick. No. What did she say?
This was for
Wow.
you.
That's what Birdo
Oh,
says.
no.
Birdo doesn't have a voice.
Yeah, from Super Mario 2.
Oh.
Super Mario Brothers.
Now Birdo
Advance.
is cute in the hot way, unlike the Puffs Kid.
I have nothing to plug.
I have
Hug
nothing
your
to say.
pets. Do not listen to Brendan. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave us comments. Please continue to listen if you're not fucking sick of us already. We really love you guys. We appreciate you. We are very happy that there's a very small community being built right now, but we
We're gonna
love
make
it.
big.
We're gonna make it big
Big
community. Go look at the YouTubes. Check out our cool visual
Cool
gags.
visuals. Peter got anything else you want to talk about?
Beyond that, Brendan asked me the question. Nope. Bye.
Bye-bye.